Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, one of the greatest actresses in Hollywood, and we love her, Sheri Davis. Hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
You already know Ron, so I don't have to introduce Ron, but
She knows me.
we have a chat room full of people. So first say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hello, everyone.
Then you got to make a special hi to Joe Kelly and Angela.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Angela.
And Dawn Hinton, who was asking me to see all your stuff. So say hi to Dawn.
Hi, Dawn. Yeah, we were typing and chatting before. So yeah, hi, Dawn.
Dawn is fabulous.
And our weekly pervert who comes in from Australia, Dave.
No, he's from the UK. Say hi to Dave.
Oh,
hi, Dave.
He really only tunes in because he likes all the beautiful women that come on.
He said to me he's dying to fuck Sadie Katz.
He said what?
He's dying to fuck Sadie Katz.
He says it in the chat room when Sadie's here and we read it to her and she just laughs.
His whole
one of many.
No,
yes, probably.
He thinks that she is the sexiest thing in the world. And Dave.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but honey, you're not exactly dog shit. I mean, give me a break.
No way, you're smoking. It's so smoking hot.
I mean, you and I at Sue Wong's Oscars. Those pictures we took, and you in that gown. Forget it. They went all over the world. All over the world. Those bazooms, and you look so Hollywood.
I will be sure to thank my doctor.
Yeah.
No. But seriously, you look like old Hollywood glamour movie star. You were stunning.
Thank you. You and I've talked about this. I love old Hollywood glamour, and being from the South, that's how girls in the South do it.
I think it's perfect too. We were just talking about old Hollywood with Richard Grieco because that's what he likes too. He likes all the old Hollywood.
Did you ever work with Richard?
I have not. I met him a couple of times at some premieres. Just very, very briefly introduced myself. And then, he's worked with so many of my friends, but I have not worked with him yet.
Right.
But you will. Yes.
We will. I mean, Joe Kelly has hired everybody in the business. He didn't miss one person. I think
he's got good taste.
Oh my gosh. Rock Titan is talking about he'll be a fireman. He has to put the fire out because you're so hot. Yeah. And he's married.
And she's not even looking hot in that.
Oh, and Dave is in the chat room now.
Oh,
Dave is in the chat room. Say hi to Dave.
No. You got to lower the top for Dave. Come on. Just a little cleavage.
There you go. That's it. There you go, Dave. Just for you.
Dave, she's going to give her a little cleavage for you.
I knew this was going to happen.
Dave, don't come so fast. Dave.
And then we got to say hi to B Claudia because she's she's our fabulous woman. So let's talk real quick about a little bit about you, because one thing I don't know that people know that you're a great actress, but you're also a director, because I see you have two things that you're directing coming up and that you were crowdfunding for. One of them was called Salvage and one of them's called Amber Alert. Did I get that right?
Yes and no. Right. Salvage has kind of been put away. I don't know what's going to happen with that one. What I'm directing next is Drained, which does star Sadie Katz as well. Yeah. So I'm directing Drained, and then I have Amber Alert. And then I'm directing a feature with Child starting in January. And then I have another feature I can't talk about that we're actually shooting in Mexico in 2021.
There you go. Well, Amber Alert has Felissa Rose in it. So you got Felissa, one of our favorites in one, and you got Sadie in the other. That makes us all happy. We're actually going to see Sadie after the show.
Yeah, we're going.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, we're going up to Yucca Valley where she and Miles took a place for a couple of days. I love and adore Sadie Katz.
I do too. And Miles as well. They're good people.
Absolutely.
Miles is, they asked me to be their father at their wedding.
Aww.
And I said, I can't do that because, Sadie, you have a son. She said, no, I don't want my son. She said, I want you and my gay uncle to walk us down the aisle. And when they get married, so I got teary-eyed. And Miles, Miles lost his dad, and Miles was very close to him. So when Miles, they call me dad, and I get very choked up. And if I had another daughter, I would want it to be Sadie Katz.
Yeah,
she's
when
crazy.
we text, I tell her, I'm like, she's one of the truly most genuine people I've ever met.
And she's totally insane, and I love it. I love every bit of her craziness. The two of us together.
I do too.
People in the chat room are totally like loving you, and they're talking about Drain. So Drain, you crowdfunded for Drain. Did you get is it still crowdfunding?
So actually what I did is I kind of did, I've never done a true crowdfunding campaign. I've always funded or private investors.
Yes.
So what I did was I put just 2 to 3 posts on Facebook. That's the only place I even put it. And I'm fully funded just from people who knew me, private investors. Like I literally knew every single person that contributed to it.
Oh, there you go. So when are you going to start on that one?
I'm hoping later September, mid to late September. I've kind of been touching base with Sadie and Kevin, and we're kind of watching all of the COVID things that are going on, which is why, unfortunately, I missed the show with Richard today because I was actually online doing a COVID class that I needed to get done. So my apologies. Sorry.
That's okay.
That's because you're an RN.
So hold on, because you have several things going on. So along with Ron, you're in Clown Motel too.
Wait a minute. Joe just sent the new script, and I love the new script.
Mm-hmm.
General Milan is really a doctor, and I am examining you in the hospital room, and we suspect that you may have a small bump on your breast. So I have to get your breasts now and hold them and feel all around for the tumor. Joe, write that, or fuck you, I'm not in your movie.
I need to read this because he sent me this, but he failed to mention that was in there. But I think you've grabbed my breast before, Ron. So
so it's not that big a deal.
I mean,
but Dave Hughes says he wants that role.
Dave Hughes is our every week pervert.
And Joseph Kelly says fake news.
Right. Wait. Dave knows is married. And I said, what does your wife think of you as a pervert? He loves all of our horror girls when they come on. You and Sadie and who else? All of them.
Everybody wants to know how you get all those parts, Ron. He makes them up, you guys. So wait, are you actually, because we were on the set of Killer Rose the last day. Are you in Killer Rose?
I am in Killer Rose.
I didn't know that.
Right.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe we didn't know you then. We might not have known you then.
I play a stripper.
Oh my God. What a stretch.
That's so fun. No,
what a stretch that is.
It really is a stretch, though, because she's like prim and proper. She has nice breasts that she shows.
She does a stripper. She's going to look like a stripper on it.
Oh, I'm sure.
She's not going to look like Nurse Jones. That's for sure.
Okay, so hey. So my outfit is very
brief.
Yeah, but I'm not topless. And my scene, I'm actually fighting with Gabrielle Stone.
Oh, we love her. She was on the show.
Like cat fight, beating the hell out of one another. So it was super fun.
You interviewed her on Killer Rose. She was on our show. She wrote the book. Her mom is the mom from E.T.
Wallace's daughter.
She plays my wife.
In what?
In what the fuck is the name of that movie? The
Dave's movie. Yes,
Dave's movie where I play. You're my daughter, by the way. You and Sadie and somebody else are my daughters, and my wife is that woman. What's
Gabrielle Stone.
Gabrielle Stone. I'm glad they gave me a sexy one. I thought they were going to give me like another ugly old lady. I couldn't.
Because Gabrielle's younger than me.
She can't be your wife. That's not your wife.
Who was on Rose on the shoot? Who was a young girl whose mother's a famous soaper?
Yeah, that's Gabrielle Stone.
That was Gabrielle.
Gabrielle Stone. She's not a famous soaper. She's like she's the mom in E.T.
She's my mother.
Right.
She plays my wife.
Gabrielle Stone. No, not Gabrielle Stone. Dee Wallace.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Gabrielle's mother, whoever the fuck she is.
Dee Wallace Stone.
Dee Wallace.
She's like one of the biggest stars in the
world. she plays my wife.
I'm sorry, Dee. I'm sorry, Gabrielle.
I know that they know who I am. They love me. They think I'm so cute when I'm senile. But anyway, oh
my God, I'm dying.
I love Eileen Dietz. And if she were going to be my wife, it would have been difficult because I have lines like I crawl up to her and I say, Can't wait for tonight. I'm going to give it to you, baby, really good. And, you know, Eileen Dietz just doesn't look the part. But this woman is beautiful and sexy. So when I say my lines, they'll be true.
There you go.
Meanwhile, that's a very
I'm
interesting.
actually, by the way, Ron, I'm not your daughter.
Why?
I'm the other woman to a character that I can't say who it is.
Right. So I don't get to, you know, pull down your panties and spank you?
You're such a perv. And people.
No, but somebody you're doing maybe.
That's hilarious.
I read the script in full, and I gotta tell you, Dave did a hell of a job with it. I don't like most scripts. You know, I get a lot of scripts. I'm not a star, but there's a lot of scripts. I just got a script now. I think they want me to play an outrageous fag in it, and I refused. I said I don't play homosexuals. I don't do that because making fun of a gay man is not my idea of theater.
Gotcha.
Well, I have to be. Oh, hello, darling. It's like those silly fruits. It's not who I am. Well, it's not who I am, and I don't like to sell it that way. Gay men are just like any other men, and all the women out there. If you knew how many of you are married to gay men in the closet, you'd be shocked. So you know, gay is not.
Everybody wants to be in a movie with you, Ron, because you get to go. Here's what people don't understand: gay guys, because like everybody, we put up all these pictures, and like all our straight friends who are single, they'll like ask us questions like, "How is it that you guys are always like in the rooms hugging like the most gorgeous women on the planet?" And we're like, they don't feel threatened by us. We can like do whatever we want. They all get dressed in front of us. They do everything.
Yeah, because we appreciate
beauty,
them, not just their.
And we're not trying to get anywhere with them.
We're not. Listen, all men, they look at a woman and they wind up looking at snatch. Okay, that's all they care about. Me, I mean, like, what did I say to you on the set 2 weeks ago of Clown Fear?
Motel.
No, Clown Motel. Clown Fear. That piece of shit. Clown Motel. I'm losing my mind with all these fucking clown movies. But anyway, I said to Sheri, Sheri, what is wrong with me? A gay man, and I'm so fascinated by breasts. And Sheri said,
she doesn't remember.
I don't remember. What did I say?
She said, all gay guys are.
Oh,
they all love my breasts. So I guess it's a gay guy thing. You know, breasts. I don't know why. Maybe we wish we had them so we could fill ourselves up. I don't know.
Oh,
Dave,
it really is true though. Like every gay man I know talks about my boobs more than the straight men that I know. So
that's because the straight men there's something jacked up with them. Because I have to say, like you, there's a handful of people that are kind of like in our group that when you go out places and you see them at premieres and stuff, they all are so elegant and classic. I mean, still very feminine, showing the boobs and everything, but like so elegant and classic. You and Sarah French and Sadie always looks beautiful. You guys always you look like movie stars when you go out.
They are movie stars.
But we really people, I mean, we being an appreciation for the movie industry, appreciate the fact that you don't show up to premieres in jeans and sneakers, and you look the part. And I think it's something that's lost in Hollywood.
The first time I met Lorene Landon, who I absolutely love and adore, I walked up to her and I said, I want to thank you. And she looked at me. She said, what for? I said, for looking like a 1955 movie star. I miss that glamour so much. And she always wears gowns, and she's not a 20-year-old girl, but whatever she is, she looks wonderful for her age.
She does,
and she's still glamorous and sexy and beautiful, and I appreciate that because theater and Hollywood is all fake; it's all glamour.
Every time I see her, I always make it a point to tell her hello and compliment her because she is absolutely stunning. She really is, and she is very glamorous as well. And then to address what you mentioned about like Sarah French, and again, these are all of our friends, Sarah French and Sadie Katz, and they're beautiful women and they're sexy women and they're sweet women, but I truly believe, and again, this is partly me being from the South, my how I was raised and that kind of thing. Like I didn't go to the grocery store without my makeup and hair done and that kind of thing. And then for me as a businesswoman, which is how I'm wired, I'm a business person. So for me, I believe first impressions are lasting. First impressions. And so for me, I never know who I may meet, you know, and if at first they only remember me because I had this long red elegant dress on, it doesn't matter. They remembered me for something. And if I need to give them a call later or whatever, or someone mentions my name, I did something enough aesthetically to stand out to them.
Absolutely.
Okay, Barbara Streisand, when she auditioned for Funny Girl, dressed in character. I know so many actors of my day that would go down for big stars. I mean, like even Marilyn Monroe sometimes auditioned for certain parts. Jane Russell told me that. They would go in character because a lot of the casting people don't see well. They're like demented or something's wrong with them. Like they'll pick a 500-pound woman to play Marilyn Monroe in a life story. You know, so you got to go there and show them exactly what it is you can do.
Right.
You send out elegance, sexuality, glamour, and of an old Hollywood. People nowadays are starting to romance that. Years ago, they thought, oh, they're all full of shit in Hollywood. There was a bunch of fake tits and asses, and they're all plastic. You know, they were nasty. Now, all the audiences are fake tits and asses and plastic. So now they can't say that about the actresses anymore. So now we're going back to people saying, yes, we want glamour. Women are wearing lashes now. I mean, McDonald's, you go in there, the chick's got 4-foot lashes on.
Everyone has lashes on, pretty much.
So,
yeah.
So it's going back to glamour and sex appeal and style, well, of which I'm happy. And you're the queen of it. You and all my friends.
Thank you.
Oh, seriously.
You also work.
One more thing. What she did at the Oscar party that night, I mean, everybody was like freaking out from you. I mean, everybody.
Absolutely. You guys, he's talking about the Sue Wong Oscar Gala,
right.
And Sheri was one of the celebrity attendants, and
you could
she was so glamorous, it wasn't even funny.
Next Oscar party that Wong throws, you could be my guest.
Okay, I'll be sure to have the girls out.
Well, if I'm not taking Lainey Kazan as my date, I'm going to take you as my date.
Oh, I'm not first on the roster. That's okay.
Well, Lainey's my age, and I know her for 40 years, so I feel obligated. Do you know who Lainey Kazan is?
Doesn't matter because you're going to go either way because I'm going to get you invited.
I'll be with your husband.
There you go.
Wait, do you know who Lainey Kazan is?
Yes.
Oh, good.
She knows everybody. She knows who everybody is.
A lot of people don't know who Lainey. I have to say the star of my Greek wedding.
So hold on, let's do some bragging. So first of all, you guys, Sheri has got all kinds of. You're in more movies. I went on your IMDb. Like you make more movies than like fucking anybody. Like you make like 10 movies in like a year. You're in a lot of Dustin Ferguson films, which congratulations, he's been a guest on the show, and he makes a lot of movies, and so like you got a whole bunch of those. Los Angeles Shark Attack, we knew everybody in that one. Axe to Pieces, Angry Asian Murder Hornets. I think you're in James Balsamo's Catch of the Day too. You Die at Dawn. You're working on Down the K-Hole with Sadie and Miles. Something called Violence on Demand, which I don't know that one, but I just picked it out because it has Alyssa Dowling and Sarah French, and since they're both friends of ours. And you've got Appetite for Sin. You just did The Stepdaddy, which is a Thomas Churchill film. You're in Big Freaking Rat, and so is Ron. So that's going to be a fun one.
What are you in Big Fucking Rat?
Freaking Rat.
Very, very briefly in it, like a scene or two. I'm in the campgrounds.
Campground scene.
Those scenes.
Okay.
You got to love it.
Actually, with Julianne as well. Our scenes together.
And you have something called Axe Grinder too. And I wrote down that you were in Bloodcraft. Were you in Bloodcraft?
I did. Again, I mean, that was one of those things. James kind of was like, hey, can you help us out? I wasn't like in a role. I just kind of came on in a really big church scene on that. Matter of fact, I need to watch that.
I want to watch it too because Bloodcraft, first of all, you guys, it's directed by James Cullen Bresek, who I met him because Sean Kanan, the actor, has a book called Success Factor X, and he picked 50 famous people to write what their idea of success was, and then he asked me to write the forward to it. So when we did a book signing at Barnes & Noble, I got to meet all the people that wrote in it, and James was there, so we've met him a ton of times since then. And he's the director, but Augie Duke is in it, Michael Welch, who's been on our show,
love Augie,
Dave Sheridan, Dominique Swain. I mean, it's got some really big people.
Dave is amazing in this.
Augie's a great actor. Actress.
Now, I wasn't on set with Augie at the same time, but I was when Dave was. I was literally chills, like blown away.
She's a pro.
And what?
Oh yeah, he's a pro. She's talking about Dave Sheridan.
Oh, I'm talking about Augie.
You know Dave Sheridan.
Oh, I love
Of course
Augie.
I know Dave. Augie,
Augie's amazing too.
that crappy film that all of us hate and we were in called Clown Fear, that piece of junk. Augie gave a very good performance. She was in my scenes, as the minister. And,
right. Augie's great in everything she does. And just like Sadie, she's super sweet, super genuine. I mean, she's one of my favorite people.
And her boyfriend is a doll too. Now, listen, I'm going to upset the hell out of you right now because I have to know. Are you and Joe Kelly an item?
I can't believe you just asked that in front of 5 million people.
Because I'll tell you something. The way you two work together, it was like husband and wife. And Joe, when he looks at you, he just gets those big cow eyes and he like lights up. So I don't know if you know it, but I think Joe may be in love with you. I want to report it. I want to report it if it's true.
Oh my goodness. Joe and we've become really, really good friends. And I think he's very, very smart, and I respect the fact that he's the age he is and he's doing so much. I mean, like we were talking, I've told it over and over. I've never seen anyone talk numbers and percentages and like the business side.
I don't want to hear this. You're getting.
I know you're right about all that.
She's avoiding the question. She's a smart ass.
She said they're very good friends.
I'm going to smack this bitch all over.
I answered the question.
No, you did not. I said
did
to
too.
you. Is there a romance going on off the set?
Just tell him no, and then don't worry about it.
No, I don't want to hear no. Don't fuck you, Jimmy. Let her answer. He's so cute. He's my next husband. You know that.
I never, ever, ever in any show talk about my personal life.
Oh, shut up. Anyway, I love weddings and I love people in love. I believe, like you, well, I can't go into that because that was something we talked about. We don't want to discuss it ever again.
Right.
But love is something that you cannot live without. Sue Wong and I agree on so much. I adore Sue Wong. She's my new dearest and best friend. Her philosophies, her stuff is incredible. One is definitely a lonely number, and one is a number that is seeking and searching. So I would love it if you and Joe were madly in love and got married. I would be very happy. No, or you with anybody. I don't really think that, I've been married all my life. I married Sal DeGeorge when I was 19 years old, and he and I were together for 46 years. Then I married my wife, a woman, for 16 years. And then I married this next to me for 9 years. I'm a marrying kind. I'm not
I want to go back to what you said though, because Joe Kelly is definitely he's texting her right now. That's why she's looking at her.
I'm actually my roommate's daughter. Okay, she just left. I was texting her to be quiet.
Oh. So in the meantime, though, I think that what you said about Joe Kelly is true. For a young guy, he's got the business part of the film industry.
And he's really cute.
Down. He's
really
very,
cute.
very smart. I was
very cute.
Impressed with how he directed us with like a no staff, and he had to do everything the other day when we did my little thing in Clown Motel 2. He's going to be, 10 years from now, everybody's going to be talking about him like they talk about everybody else, because he is going to be
and it's going to be very hard.
Big director.
He's in my scene, He and I have a scene together. And it's going to be hard for me because we're in bed together sleeping, and somebody knocks at the door with a Jeep. And I turn to him and I say, "Do you think they know we're gay?" And he said, and Joe says, "No, I really don't give a shit. Come here, baby. I need to kiss you." And then he starts kissing me, feeling me up. It's a good scene, right? Joseph. I love Joe. He's a handsome fella. I really like to see you two together. It's a nice couple.
So what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite film that you've been in, or one that you had the most fun on? I asked this to Richard Grieco too. One that was the most fun to film?
That is such a difficult question. I mean, because they're all so different. No two sets are alike. I mean, you guys know this. I loved my role in Lake of Shadows. I did 3 years ago that is now about to come out. And I just watched it a few nights ago because I got to do comedy.
Oh, there you go. That's fun.
And I got to be really Southern and really over the top, which was a lot of fun to do. And then my scene was with Robert Lasardo, who I was a huge fan of from the days of Nip Tuck.
Yes.
And then to later get to know him, and he's such an incredible person. And I'm thinking, Oh my God. I just did a scene with someone that I was like fangirling, you know?
First of all, though, he is a great actor. He is a great. I've never met him. So what? So he was cool, right? He was cool.
Incredibly sweet, you know, and he stays in touch with everyone he works with, you know, our EP Tino. I mean, you know, they just call each other up. I mean, he's just such a normal, nice, sweet guy. And it was like 119 degrees in Fresno. And
Wow.
it was miserable, and it was the cleavage shot, which Ron would love.
Oh, not at all. What makes you think that?
Well, but literally when I come on camera, it's literally on my cleavage. That's my opening. Is just this, and I go.
What's the name
No,
of
I'm
it?
not focusing on these things.
Dave Hughes.
Wait, what's the name of the movie?
Lake of Shadows.
Lake of Shadows. Dave Hughes. When it comes out, you're
Michael Rodriguez.
Dave Hughes.
Yeah, was the director. Yeah. So I love that. I actually love my role in Killer Rose with Gabby.
Yes.
Because again, we were fighting. You know, we were in stripper clothes, and I'm like jumping off of a ledge onto her. We're rolling around on the ground, and then car comes. I can't tell you the end.
No, don't say that.
Anyways, it's
David,
a badass scene. It's
a
great.
lesbian shot, Dave. You like that? Two chicks.
Yeah, that's Killer Rose.
Two chicks.
Well, I've done that too.
He says he's ordering his copies.
Their skirts.
I played a lesbian vampire in a movie as well, so I've done that
What
too.
movie is that? What movie is that?
Lesbian.
It's called The Last Revenants.
Is that one out? Can we see it?
I'm not sure where it is. It might be on VOD.
Okay.
Alyssa Dowling was in it as well.
Give Dave the title again.
The Last Revenants.
Okay.
And then you have Killer Rose.
You got enough film there that your wife will divorce you for sure.
That's right.
Yeah, and then my two short films that really I feel like are even more popular than some of my features are Snake with a Human Tail, which actually is the film that kind of put me on the map with horror.
Okay.
What is it called? Snake with a big tail? What?
Snake with a human tail.
Right.
What is a human tail? A penis?
Just the title, Ron. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it, baby cakes.
It wouldn't be long enough if it was a tail anyway.
It's only a snake. Snakes bang snakes. They don't care.
Okay, well, I play a transgender prostitute in that one.
Oh, cool.
That's interesting.
And the reason that we got so much attention was because we didn't know about the movie Spotlight, which was up for a lot of awards, and I think won some awards. So we shot that, and we're getting publicity at the same time as Spotlight, and the whole concept of it was my character, you know, was a little boy originally and was being molested by the Catholic priest.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's really disturbing, and it follows her life and how she became so messed up. She's really messed up in drugs, and what ends up happening is, you know, again, she's a transgender prostitute, she's a drug addict, and she becomes involved with the priest that was molesting her as a child, and she knows who he is, but he doesn't know who she is.
Oh,
wow.
So
it's great. It's a revenge movie.
It's a religious movie.
Well, that too.
You gotta love it. No, you have a lot of great titles, and I think I can't wait for some of them to come out that are gonna come out, and I think that, you know, I think it's cool that you're directing everything. So let's ask you like my hypothetical that I like.
Wait, I want to answer a question.
Okay.
Before we go there, are you going to be working with Joe the day we shoot up in Big Bear?
Yes.
Oh, good. Then I'll see you then. Wear something low cut to inspire me to work. Don't wear that fucking blouse. I rip it off.
I love that blouse. I think it's gorgeous.
I hate that blouse.
Romper.
Romper. It's not a blouse. See, it's a romper. It's got shorts.
Yeah, but well, maybe.
It looks gorgeous.
Thank you,
Anyway,
Jimmy.
let's go.
Spank his ass later.
That's right. Let's go to a hypothetical. So you're like an actress, and you could work with any other male and female actress on the planet, living or dead. Who would you like to work with? And then the next question is, if you could have been any character in any movie ever made, what movie would you have liked to have been in, and what character would you like to be?
Oh, that one I know.
Okay, go with that one first.
Charlize Theron in Monster.
Oh, there you go. Great
I
one.
mean, yeah, I mean, I and that's why we did Snake with a Human Tail, because I told the writer director, he goes, "Hey, I want to work with you, and I haven't directed. What do you want to do?" I said, "I want to do something crazy, off the wall, something that no one would expect me to do, that pushes me." We came up with Snake with a Human Tail, but I said, I want something where I'm unrecognizable. I don't want to be that brunette, Southern, all my makeup done, all pretty. I don't want to be that person or who people are used to me being. I want to do something where they look at me and go, "Oh my God, that's Sheri Davis," like.
Well, they did that already with you and I when we did the shower scene together naked. Remember all your makeup washed off? Dave Hughes just dropped dead.
I must have been really shit-faced when that happened. I was blackout drunk, okay?
Dave Hughes, his dick blew off in explosion from that. Dave was going crazy.
So he wants to be in all your movies. So okay,
no,
so
really, I'm not kidding. This guy's on the level.
Okay, Charlize Theron in Monsters. First of all, nobody's ever said that. That's a good one. So let's go back now.
We love Charlize.
She's my favorite actress.
I love Charlize.
I think she's amazing. Like, just absolutely incredible.
Natural actress, gorgeous one. Grace Kelly, another beauty.
Okay, so who would you like to work with that you haven't had a chance to work with? If you could pick anybody and they could be living or dead, who would you really like to work with? I need a male and a female.
God, they're just. I'm so blank on this one right now. I mean, I just. Well, I kind of go into, my brain goes into genres, and I'm really kind of liking a lot of comedic actresses. Like, I love Jennifer Garner.
Yes, me too.
Which is very different. I think she's great, and I think and honestly, J-Lo. I like J-Lo too.
I love J-Lo.
I like her work, but I heard she's such a bitch.
Really?
No, really.
I heard that too.
We had friends of ours, very close friends of ours that were dancers that worked with her, and she told them, they were told, do not look her in the eye, do not talk to her. Who the fuck is she?
Yeah, you're not allowed to look
Puerto Rican from New York. When did she become queen shit?
Yeah, we do.
I mean, honestly, like I literally just went completely blank when you asked me that. And then I can go in as far as the actors, I think of people like Kevin Costner, Tom Hanks.
Kevin Costner would be a great one.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like Yellowstone is one of my favorite television series.
I've never watched it, but I want to watch it because I love Kevin.
I'm only dying to do a shower scene naked with Kevin Costner.
Yeah, me too. I do that one.
You know what? Divorce tomorrow.
Yeah, right. Oh, so he can do it, but I can't. No, Kevin Costner's hot.
And then you go into those, like those celebrity crushes, like Brad Pitt, who I think is also, an amazing actor. Someone like that. And then I was all about Vampire Diaries, and Ian Somerhalder, who I've met a couple of times. I really, dug him, still do. But
when you were young, who was your like? Who were your like?
Young. What
no, but I mean, when you were like in high school and junior high school and high school, who were your like crushes back in the day?
Oh God, first of all, Dukes of Hazzard was my thing because I wanted to be Daisy Duke.
We had John Schneider on our show. He was fabulous. He was such
and his wife's on my social media as well. I followed them, and I've seen them at things. They came to Texas and did autograph, signings and stuff. So yeah, I loved John Schneider. But I had a full-size poster of Patrick Swayze on my bedroom door.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Good old Patrick. And what about the letter you sent me at Universal when I was over with Charlie's Angels? You sent me a letter saying you were dying to meet me, that you thought I was the sexiest, handsomest man in the world. And could we have dinner together at your place? Bring wine.
Yeah. You know who I had growing up? It figures too. Like I had Christy McNichol everywhere.
I loved her back in the day. Yeah,
like a dyke. So all the people that I like had crushes on were dykes, and I ended up being a homo.
Well, that's
Well, like Nancy McKeon too.
Yeah.
I really liked her too. There were so many good, 80s actors and actresses. Yeah. I'm
Actually,
trying to think who else. Ralph Macchio.
oh, we met him too. We
Yeah.
at a premiere in New York and had
Yeah,
him
I was really into the Karate Kid movies, so I was.
too.
He was okay.
Yeah.
Ralph started off a little cold and snobby, and then
Oh,
oh yeah, and then when I got into his personality and started doing my shtick, he warmed up and he laughed and he became very friendly.
yeah.
He's a stiff Republican.
Ah, I think one of my all-time favorite crushes is the late and great Paul Walker, though.
See, I did the
Good
costume
looking.
design on Too Fast, Too Furious, so I hung out with him. He was very cool.
And I was good friends with Ron Lester. So
Yeah.
What do
when Paul
you-
passed, we were with Ron quite a bit after that. And then Ron passed, of course, a
Yeah.
couple of years later. And that was difficult as well. But there are just so many. And then you think of old Hollywood, which I love as well. And just the list can go on and on. There's so many.
What do you think of Jason?
Statham. He likes Jason Statham.
Oh, I think Jason Statham is the handsomest man, the sexiest man in the world.
Not my type.
No.
See, that
Ooh.
doesn't do anything for me either.
Doesn't do
his
anything
pass.
for me.
That's his pass. If
That's
Jason
my-
Statham
Sorry.
comes up and
Yeah.
says they want to have sex with him, he can go. That's his pass.
Yep, that's right. Jason, I think, is just the sexiest guy in a sloppy, dirty looking way. That's what makes him sexy. If he was ever like washed up in in his suit and looking good, he wouldn't be sexy. But he looks like a hot trick.
But the Fast and Furious is one of my favorite franchises.
Yes.
And the fact that I got to work on one of them is a very cool thing.
That's super cool. Yeah, that's super, super cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
As soon as we, LA locked down again, we're back in the jail. But as soon as we breathe again, I'm going to have a get together. And of course, you're coming. You'll drive
Of
up with
course.
Sadie and Miles. Come up with Sadie and Miles.
Of
Or
course.
Joe Kelly, la da da.
Well,
Oh, geez, yeah.
she's not going to do that. Now they're going to avoid each other. Now it's
See,
gonna be-
this is why I never talk about my personal life right here because of all the damn rumors.
That's
Listen,
okay. At least it's a
listen.
good rumor, and we didn't say that
It's
you were
a-
like going with somebody that
No.
was ugly.
I mean, dating Joe Kelly has got to
But
be
you
nice.
know I am a cougar.
Yes, I know you're a cougar.
So
I'm a
Joe's
total
old.
cougar.
Joe's young.
How old is that guy?
He's 27, I think, isn't he?
Oh, he's
26.
he's my-
He's older or younger? I don't know.
He's my age.
No, he's not. Hey,
27.
Joe, how old are you? Angela, tell us how old Joe is.
27.
Just don't tell how old I am.
Oh, we're not
Okay.
asking how old you are. Nobody knows how old you are.
I know how old she is.
Ron knows.
She's a year younger than I am. I'm 80. She's 70.
Yeah, right.
No, I know everything about you.
Wow.
Listen, honey, I know everything about you. I never
You
screw-
know, Ron knows my age. We
Yes,
talk
I
about
do.
everything
It's not on your IMDb.
except my private life. No, and it needs to stay off my
Oh,
IMDb.
I'm not putting it on your IMDb. Joe's 31.
So cute.
That's what Angela. Oh, Joe says 31. Okay, I thought that came from Angela. Okay,
And
Joseph.
you know what? He's really a good I like Joe a lot because he's kind and he's sweet and he's gentle and he's very mysterious because he looks at you with nothing in his eyes. It's blank. And you no, I don't mean that sarcastically. I meant that affectionately. And you don't know exactly what's going on in that brain. Don't you find that to be?
Who,
You know
me?
how- Well, I mean expressive. Like when I'm angry, my eyes are fireballs. You can tell all of my moods by my eyes. They work.
I'm pretty good at reading people, though. I've got a
Joe-
background in psychology.
Joe,
Oh, there you go. That's good.
Joe has a wonderful, tranquil look in his eyes. He never gets flustered or whatever. I mean, look at the day at the shoot when they were doing the whole thing. He just is so cool. That's what I like about him. He's
Yeah,
not
he's really
hysterical,
laid back. He's really chill. He's very kind.
not like other directors.
And he didn't get mad when we fucked up.
Oh, you really didn't. You really didn't fuck up. Everybody goofs on a line. Come on. Oh, he wrote me a line on how I'm going to get through it. It's like Peter Packer picked a pack of pickled peppers. I have so many P's, one word after another.
Not loud. So hang on, you guys, because we've only got 3 minutes. Let's get a couple of things out. So you guys, this is Sheri Davis. First of all, you can follow her on Twitter, and she's at the Sheri Davis. But Sheri is Sheri Davis, Davis. If you follow her on Instagram, she puts beautiful pictures of herself up there. She's fabulous. It's at Sheri.Davis. That's Sheri.Davis. She's Sheri Davis on Facebook. Go to her IMDb. You can see all the cool stuff that she's in. She's got lots of stuff that's going to be coming out, and she's shooting all kinds of things because she's very, very popular, and she's gorgeous.
Her name is Sheri Davis. No relationship to Betty Davis.
Oh, I wish.
She was my buddy, you know. I knew Betty in her last years of life, and I had the best fun with her because she was a broad, drank, smoked, cursed. She was regular Joe. Nothing phony about her. She hated
I think we talked about her the first night we met, Ron.
Well, I'm sure, but my audience maybe. Are you telling me it's boring? I'm going to come in there.
No, I'm just saying because
I'm going to smack.
we got into a deep conversation about old Hollywood because you said that to me. You remind me old Hollywood.
She was absolutely
not saying that.
Like everybody, like you girls. You know, she was regular. She wasn't a phony snob. You know, there's somebody in our business that I don't like. I'm not going to mention her, but she's, you know who she is. She thinks who the fuck she is, and she's a troublemaker. Says terrible things about some people. I don't care for that. I don't think we have room in our business for people like that.
Absolutely, everybody needs to.
I mean, we're
treat people the way you want to be treated.
We have become a family now, and I include myself as grandpa. But all of I mean, I'm working with everybody that we talk about. We're all like one big, like Warner Brothers had a stable of actors, and 20th Century Fox had their stable of actors. Well, I think we have formed our own stable of actors because we all work, you know,
together in lots of things.
And I think everybody gets along great. And you're one of the nicest and the sweetest ones. You're one of my pets, I must say.
Oh, thank you.
You know that. I don't like
I love you guys. You know that. I tell you that all the time.
Everybody loves the show. They say it's great seeing you on here and that you're gorgeous. And the guys who didn't know who you were definitely know who you are now. And we're going to get tons of plays.
Guys didn't know who she was.
Some people didn't know who she was.
Blind gay guys?
Not everybody is like paying attention and knows what's going on, but we're out of time anyway, so we've got to go. So, Sheri, we want to thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Wish you all the best in everything that you do always. We love you to death, and have a great night.
Thank you. Love you guys. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
See you at Big Bear.
Yes.
All right.
Bye. Hey, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. We had a great show. We want to thank Richard Grieco and Sheri Davis for coming on the show. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye. Thanks, chat room.
That was a fun show.
In the mix, we in the mix. It's another episode. Here we go, the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, interviewing the hottest, newest, and truest of today's celebrities. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified weekly. Jimmy Star, he's the king of cool. Ron Russell, he's a gorgeous dude. Chat room is live, and you would be a fool not to vibe with us at the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.